Hey YouTube, so I wanted to come at you guys with a random video about something that's just been on my mind and something that I could just, advise all you young ladies out there about that are, my age, in college, you know, maybe if you just got out of high school. Um, for the longest time, my parents would tell me, just keep your, wake to date, keep your mind open, don't be so focused on being with one person, like thinking that if you are in a relationship with that one person, that y'all are just gonna be together forever, and that if you break up with that person, have them in the back of your mind, like, okay, this is the only person I can be with, or you know what I'm saying? Like that might not make sense, but let's say you the type of girl that you've been with, you dated someone in a serious relationship, y'all dated for anywhere between 6 months and over a year, anywhere between there, maybe even 2 years, I don't know. And then y'all break up, and let's say time goes on, then you start talking back to your ex, then y'all try to work it out again, and then it doesn't work, and then time goes on again, and then y'all start talking again, and then it doesn't work. Okay, the problem with that is you're not keeping your mind open. Probably during a time where you were not talking to your ex, maybe you was trying to talk to someone else. Maybe you were trying to, oh, I'm gonna try this new guy, and we're gonna talk. Oh my God. I'm gonna call you back. I'm making a YouTube video. Hey, I'm gonna call you back. I'm making a YouTube video. She not listening, and she's gonna wonder why I hung up on her. Shout out to Akira. Anyway, so as I was saying, the reason why, see, she made me lose my train of thought. Okay. I said that you dated your ex and went back to him 3 times or whatever. And then during those times when you weren't talking to your ex, you probably tried talking to some new guy, and maybe for some reason that didn't work out. Either because you were holding on to feelings to your ex, or maybe because the new guy was just stupid and it was his fault, or maybe because the new guy had to move away, or maybe because the new guy wasn't what you thought he was, or any old thing. So then when the new guy doesn't work, maybe you try another new guy and the same deal happens. Or maybe after that new guy, you just feel for a moment like, dang, maybe this relationship thing isn't for me. And you go through a period where you feel kind of low and a little depressed. Not depressed like, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to jump off a building, but just depressed, like the sadness that you feel when you grieve or when you lose someone, like a friend. Like not a serious depression, but just like a sadness that you're going to feel if you cared about somebody and you lost them. And so you start to think about your ex, and then maybe he might hit you up on Facebook or Twitter or something like that. Or maybe he might send you a text. And then you overanalyze it and begin to think like, okay, yeah, he's still thinking about me after all this time. Maybe I should talk to him again. And then you try it. And while y'all are talking, y'all going through a new honeymoon phase where you're feeling like, oh my gosh, like, wow, maybe it was meant for us to work this out and be together. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy. We're going to go back out. We're going to work out this time. And so you do that, and then it ends up not working. And then you just repeat this cycle 2 or 3 times. The reason why you're going back is because of the low feeling that you might have had after something else not working out. And so you thinking that, oh, well, my ex still loves me and he'll always love me. This is why, I should keep going back to him. And then you keep doing that, and then it doesn't work out. And then 9 times out of 10, it's not working out for the same reason why it didn't work out the first time. Or maybe a different reason. Or maybe it's getting worse every single time that y'all come back together. And what I've come to realize, I'm still young and I'm still learning, but what I've come to realize is that sometimes going back to an ex is a good thing, because y'all have time to grow, experience new things, come to appreciate each other. Like, wow, the guys out here or the girls out here are just not for me, and like you really were, and you was really down. But sometimes, maybe that one serious relationship that you had and you keep going back to it is the only serious relationship that you had, and the other ones didn't last long enough for you to kind of attach to them as much. And so when those little ones don't work out, you're bouncing back to your ex because you're afraid to let yourself be single and let yourself just try new things. Like, this is the era of being able to try new things. Like, the time in your life where it's okay to sit there and just be worried about you, independent, worried about you, worried about yourself, what you want in life, what you want to experience, having fun. Now, I didn't say be stupid and have fun. I just said have fun. So, like, if you try the whole X thing a couple of times and you just start seeing that it's not working, like, maybe it's the time for you to just worry about yourself and be single and date. It's okay to date people. Like, you don't have to have sex with every single one of them. You could just have sex with the ones that are special to you. And hopefully your sense of who is special and who is not minimal, so you can keep your numbers low. But I mean, everybody's gonna have their moments. Everybody's gonna have things they do that they're gonna be like, why the hell did I do that? But at the same time, those moments help us grow. And if you have common sense, you'll learn from them, so you won't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, if something really, really hurts you the first time, what makes you think that a different person doing the same shit is gonna make it feel better? So my whole take on it is the college age group. Like, I'm not saying it's not good to date, because it is. It's not good to have a serious relationship. That's what I meant. It is good to have the serious relationship, but if you as the lady are putting more into it than he is, like, you asking him, well, how do you feel about me, and he's not really giving you a clear answer. You telling him that you love him, and he's only saying it maybe while you're having sex, or maybe he says it every now and then, or when he's messing up something, or as a way to justify things that you're not comfortable with. Don't settle. Don't feel like you have to settle because you want to last in the future or something like that. Because 9 times out of 10, he might be settling because he didn't even want the relationship in the first place. And I'm not trying to, down anybody's relationship and make anybody feel bad. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to, let these ladies know that it's okay to just worry about you. And it took me a long time to realize that, because I've come out of a serious relationship, and before that I was in another relationship that which I thought was serious. And so I'm very traditional, and I'm very like, oh, I think, we should be in a relationship if we're going to be doing this and that and the third. And, I don't feel comfortable, like, just, being this and that without the title. But I'm starting to realize that these guys are not worth the title anyway. Most of them are not. Not saying all of them are not, but most of them are not. And the ones that I would like to give that title to are either taken, or, I talked to them for a minute and I realize that they're full of shit, or they just, it's not the right timing. So what I've come to realize is that maybe I should just not look for it right now, because the crazy thing about God and karma and freaking destiny or whatever is that when you stop looking for stuff, it just happens. Like, on the day that you broke as hell and you just, oh my gosh, I need a way, I need to find some money, that's not the day that you find $20 sitting on the ground. The day that you just, the day that you're not even worried about nothing, no worries, you just walking out of Walmart, is the day that you would find $20 sitting on the ground, not the day that you're looking for it. So the day that you stop caring about finding a man or finding a girl or settling down and being serious, you might realize that they were there all along. You might have a friend of yours come into your life and y'all get close and end up being together. Or you might start dating like 5 or 6 different people, talking to 5 or 6 different people, and then one out of those 5 might end up being the one that you end up with. And like, you might be sitting on the couch one day and realize, like, oh my gosh, we're together, and how did this even happen? So, ladies, don't settle in a relationship if you're not happy, and don't feel like you have to just, oh, okay, I gotta make this work because this was my first and I really liked him so much, and maybe it's meant for us to be back together. Because sometimes it's better to just see what's out there for you. But don't want the video to run forever, so comment rate, subscribe, and thanks for always watching. Bye.